Boys, welcome back to the channel, and today we have my divisional round NFL reactions. Note that this is pretty much a compilation of my shorts, so feel free to show some love on those, but without further ado, let's get into the video. I'm still salty about the Bills, by the way. I just finished watching the Ravens blow out the Texans. Texans had some nice plays. Steven Sims had a kick return, but Lamar Jackson opened up the game, throwing a touchdown to Nelson Aguilar, and then in the second half, the Ravens leaned on the ground game, and the Texans just couldn't stop it, and they couldn't continue to go without seeing how bad the Texans are when it comes to running the football, because they couldn't stop the run and they couldn't run the ball. Devin Singletary averaged 2.4 a pop. Can't win a playoff game like that. They got to be able to run the football better, and I think they're going to need to address the interior offensive line through the draft and free agency. Speaking of, I think it was the same on the other end. They couldn't stop the run, couldn't really stop a nosebleed on defense. As for the Ravens, they look like the same exact team we've hyped them up to be all season. I'm excited to see where this team goes in the postseason. Maybe they could win a Super Bowl this year. I don't know, but it'll be exciting to see where they end up. Now it's time for Packers-Niners. I just finished catching myself up on what happened in the Packers vs. 49ers game. I was able to watch the first half before I fell asleep. Great game, storybook ending. Scriptwriters did an amazing job. But I feel like this game came down to third down. Nobody could really convert on third down in the first half, resulted in a lot of Packers field goals, and the 49ers stalled out. And moving into the second half, the offense started to pick it up. But third down did make another crucial appearance. 49ers scored on their 3rd and 1. Packers didn't convert and then missed a field goal. Also mistakes, like Keyshawn Nixon's crazy return. Nobody could tackle him, but he also fumbled. And George Kittle had a catch and run where there were a lot of missed tackles. I just feel like it was a pretty sloppy game. Nonetheless, it was an amazing game, and I'm excited to see what the 49ers can do in the future. Now it's time for Bucs versus Lions. So, boys, I just finished watching the Lions-Buccaneers game. Lions are moving on to the first NFC Championship game since 1991, and all I have to say is really, what a game. I mean, both quarterbacks played extremely well. Whenever the Lions scored, it felt like the Buccaneers were there to answer. Both teams played their style of football. But at the end of it, I think it really came down to 1 or 2 turnovers, and that feels so difficult to say because every team was there every way, but I think those 2 picks that Baker threw, they could have eventually resulted in points. This game, the Lions just didn't do that. They really kept the ball moving on all of their possessions, and I think that's something the Buccaneers just didn't do. But what a game, and I'm excited to see what the Lions can do versus the 49ers. And yet this is all Baker will be remembered for. Now we're moving on to Chiefs-Bills. The results of the Chiefs-Bills game, I'm just going to give it to you up front, okay? No clips for this one. We're just doing my true reaction. I think the linebacking core really screwed us this game. We had to watch Tyrell Dodson and Dorian Williams play due to injury, and they aren't really starters. Our linebacking core was so hurt, and when you give an offense like the Chiefs the ability to run the ball and then run play action, Kelsey was matched up against our linebackers, and he torched them. I'm sure you guys saw the clip of Kelsey toasting AJ Klein on that corner route. It's just so tiring because I've waited for this team to break out for so long, and I felt like this was their year, and then all of a sudden Tyler Bass did his best Scott Norwood impression. I don't even know what to say anymore. But boys, that is going to do it for me. You already know what to do. Comment, like, subscribe. And I will see you boys in the next video. Go Ravens, go Lions. That's what I'm hoping for to win. Also, on my picks, because it doesn't really make sense to do a full video for it, I'm going to go with the Ravens to beat the Chiefs, and we're going to go with the Lions to beat the 49ers, because that's kind of what I want to happen, and I want something to go right for once, okay? So, I will see you boys in the next video. Peace.